No doubt a raucous afternoon on the way at Arrowhead as the Broncos and the Chiefs are out to settle a whole lot of business here in the AFC West, coming in tied at 9-2, as well as the overall #1 position in the conference on the line here today. Hello, friends. Jim Nantz along with Super Bowl MVP quarterback Phil Simms. They met 2 weeks ago in Denver. Broncos won it by 10, but the Chiefs walked away saying, you know what? We can play with them.
That's right. They gained some confidence in that game because they stayed in it and they made some big mistakes. They think they've corrected them. We'll find out if it makes a difference in the game.
This game is being broadcast in Spanish. We're available using the SAP button on your television. We were here a week ago when San Diego came to town and beat the Chiefs in a thriller, and it's 31 degrees warmer today than it was last Sunday. Both teams, though, coming off wrenching losses last Sunday. And Denver, after deferring, winning the toss and winning the kick, it's Dips on the run back. And he's all the way out to the 31 where he's tripped up by Quentin Jammer. Alex Smith had a big performance last Sunday, but they came up short. He threw for almost 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. Good numbers on the season, 14-5. Of course, traded just after the Super Bowl last year. A member of the 49ers lost out his starting job after being concussed. Kaepernick taking them to New Orleans. Here's his line. Schwartz and Stevenson, they filled in last week. And Asamoah and Fisher are healthy, but they earned the chance to restart here today. Schwartz and Stevenson on that right side. And Charles was over 100 last week. Coming out, throwing over to Bowe, and Dwayne Bowe with Bailey on the coverage. Bailey back in the lineup for the Broncos. Pushes him out after a gain of 9. Malik Jackson starts for Derek Wolfe, who is ill after seizure-like symptoms yesterday or 2 days ago on the way to the Denver airport. He did not make the trip here, obviously, and there's Champ Bailey back in the lineup. He's only been active, really healthy, for about a game and a half this entire season. That foot, though, has mended, and he's ready to go. They threw in his direction on the first play. On 2nd and 1, Smith working the middle, and Bailey again is the cover man, but the completion goes to McCluster, and Bailey already is gimpy after a 7-yard pass play.
Trying to throw it outside quick. It's taken away. Goes inside. Champ Bailey definitely grabs. I don't know if his arm, what he hurts. Well, it fell right on his left arm, it looked like, or his stomach. But
and he's down on one knee and replaced by Quentin Jammer as Smith connects on the first 2 plays of the game. Now they'll go with Charles. He's having a big season, and Charles butts heads and gets near a first down, running behind Brendan Albert.
You said it, nice blocking, Brandon Albert on the outside. Watch Jamaal Charles, how he hugs the block as he goes around the corner. Right, it just stinks inside by Brandon Albert, and that way Webster, number 36, cannot make the tackle. I'd stay close to a big guy too. Get some protection. Beautiful run by Jamaal Charles.
And by the way, that is Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie, who is out with a shoulder injury suffered in the game at New England last week. So Webster's in for him. Jammer in for Bailey. Knocked out after 2 plays. And 2nd and 1. And that'll pick up the first. Charles down to the Denver 40. Charles, 2nd in the NFL in scrimmage yards. The only man with more, LaShawn McCoy of the Eagles. He could have his 1,000 yards here in the 12th game of the season. Got 53 catches. That's the most on this team, and 10 total touchdowns.
Well, let's see. The Denver Broncos, what's the key to this Kansas City offense? 1, 2, and 3. It's Jamaal Charles. If he has a big day, you're in trouble.
On 1st down, it's Charles again. Up the gut for 4. Trevathan with the tackle.
Holding. Offense number 71. 10-yard penalty. 1st down.
Terry McCauley will back him up 10 yards.
'71's the left guard. You know, you look at the interior defense for this Broncos defense. As you look at them, you got to remember Kevin Vickerson, great run stopper, is out of there. They started Mitch Unrein today. They're going to just rotate a bunch of defensive linemen through that lineup.
Woodyard to the sideline, but Bailey is back in. And there you see Paris Lennon taking over the middle linebacker spot for Woodyard on this play. 1st and 20. And they dump it off to Cyrus Gray, who had just come into the game. Usually their 3rd-team running back behind Knile Davis, who backs up Charles. And that's a 7-yard play. It'll be 2nd and 13.
Well, we had a chance to talk to Andy Reid and Alex Smith, Jim, and I think they both said Alex Smith, Andy Reid believes he understands these players now, more comfortable with them, and that's why he's being more aggressive with the football going down the field. And Andy Reid said, no doubt about it, in my play calling, I'm being more aggressive because you need big plays to win in the NFL.
2nd and 13. And the completion for a short gain goes to A.J. Jenkins, just his 3rd catch of the season. The former 1st-round pick a year ago of the 49ers. Tackled by Chris Harris Jr.
Now, the one thing you play Kansas City or Andy Reid's teams, even in Philadelphia, short passes a lot in certain situations to help the 3rd down completion a little easier, and you always have to be alert for screens no matter what the down and situation is.
Third and 7. As Smith cuts back, has the open man. It's Bowe inside the 20, and Dwayne Bowe takes it to the 13.
They talked about it. We need to get Dwayne Bowe, number 82 in the slot, going up the field, and he fights through the coverage. And that's the one thing about Dwayne Bowe. He is one of those receivers that can win the contact contest. He can catch it with people around him, and if you try to cover him too tight, he'll shed you off. How about that arm over? Throws Chris Harris right to the ground.
That picks up 24. And from the 13, it's Charles. Shifts down close to the 10. An impressive start here by the Chiefs with this first possession.
Just don't forget, Denver turned it down, gave it to the Kansas City Chiefs. That's really the rule that most teams are taking now, Jim. Why? Especially when you have a really good quarterback. Try to get the ball at the end of the first half and start the second half with it.
Chance to double up. That's what they all love to do around the league, and that's what Jack Del Rio hopes for in his final game as the interim coach before John Fox returns tomorrow to the facility. 2nd and 8, and Smith down to the 2. He's got Fasano as tight end, and again Bailey is shaken up on the collision. It's 1st and goal to go for the Chiefs.
You got to just drive it in there sometimes. The coverage is good on the outside. This is a big tight end, and Champ Bailey cannot fight through Anthony Fasano. We saw it last week. Alex Smith threw a touchdown to Dwayne Bowe in tight coverage. That play reminded me of it, just right to the body. Nothing the defense can do. What a drive.
What a drive. Smith 6 for 6 on the drive. Bailey back out. 1st and goal. 6 linemen in. Asamoah joins them. They fake to Charles, rolling out. Smith back to the end zone. Intercepted by Woodyard in the end zone. He was hoping to hit Fasano, who had taken him down to the 2, but Smith's first half interception thrown of the season.
That's a nickel, and that's a dime. Go ahead and keep them in your pocket. You won't be needing them with us. At Southwest, we keep our low fares simple. Because low fares should never mean low service. We don't charge you from A to B, we fly you from A to B. If it matters to you, it matters to us.
Okay, ladies, grab a knee. I got somebody I want y'all to meet. He's a real leader, and he's gonna help us turn this thing around in the second half.
Affleck. Affleck. Affleck, 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 Affleck. Affleck!
That's what I'm talking about!
Affleck. Affleck.
You feel me? Yeah! Bring it in!
If you get sick or injured, we do everything we can to help you get back in the game. Affleck, an official partner of the Heisman Trophy.
Build anything with the new Toyota Tundra. Toyota, let's go places.
Thursday, he's science's newest superstar.
I'm not just some trained monkey. Of course they're not. People love trained monkeys.
A new Big Bang Theory.
Then, Nathan Miller will take on his sister Debbie Miller for the title of #1 Miller.
Is Debbie your favorite?
I love you both the same.
A new Millers, right after a new Big Bang Theory, CBS Thursday.
The captain of that Denver defense, Woodyard, with his first interception of the season, 5th of his career. And the touchback, Denver's first snap from the 20. Play action, and Manning hits in stride. Demaryius Thomas for 13. What happened on the pick?
Well, let's look at it real quick. Familiar play in the flat, back of the end zone. Here he comes across. Nobody covers. Anthony Fasano, top of your screen. But what a recovery. Alex Smith never saw Woodyard, and that's why the football was intercepted. I thought first down, he was going to run it, probably get it to the 1, but he chose to throw it.
And here is Knowshon Moreno, who gets the start after being in a boot much of the week and on crutches after spraining an ankle, and that brilliant performance he had at New England. Peyton, 1 touchdown pass to tie his franchise records at last year, 37 in a season. And again, Moreno is in there. No Julius Thomas, inactive. That knee still not ready to go. Second down throw, and it's Welker slashing over to the Kansas City side of the field for a gain of 18.
Good protection, got the time. Peyton Manning is going to throw this across the middle of the field to Welker against Brandon Flowers. That extra time let Wes Welker separate. If they play a defense that protect against the pass, Peyton Manning's not always going to run it today. He's going to throw it also.
Here is Moreno, and he was contacted early. He picks up only a yard. The line includes Chris Clark, who's gone most of the season now, with Clady injured earlier in the year, and he'll see a bunch of Tamba Hali today. And again, Moreno, off his career performance, 224 on 37 rushes. Now, when they played 2 weeks ago, he had 27 rush attempts against the Chiefs. Fake to him here on 2nd and 9, and Barry coming in on Manning forces the incompletion. And Dex Peyton, they never hit him once when they played 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, they were close quite a few times, and there's the guy that was close. Eric Berry playing inside like a linebacker, just so fast. There was no way for Zane Beadles to get there.
They're trying to figure out what could they do differently this time.
Well, what
for
they
Manning
did,
to hit the ground at least a couple of times.
Eric Berry was closer to the line of scrimmage. That's why he got there.
3rd down and 9, and Peyton now guns it down the field, and it is intercepted. On his back with the interception is Quentin Demps. The pass was intended for Demaryius Thomas. So that's the Kansas City defense that we saw the first 9 weeks of the season. Matching interceptions here in the first quarter.
Again? Every time I go down to get Bud Light, we score. I cracked the code. I should stay down there. But I don't want to stay down there. It's scary. But this is 3 times now. This is for the win.
Bud Light, for the fans who do whatever it takes.
Build anything with the new Toyota Tundra. Toyota, let's go places.
NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. Toyota. Let's go places. And by Bud Light, official beer sponsor of the NFL.
Alex Smith had not thrown a first-half interception all season. He throws one right back. Peyton throws his first quarter interception of the season.
Tremendous play on that last possession. Quentin Nips, the safety, came all the way across the field. Peyton Manning did not see him. That's one of the reasons why he got the interception.
And on 1st and 10, it's Charles, and he's tripped up as he was trying to hop past his right tackle, Stevenson. Picks up 2, and again, it was just 2 weeks ago, oddly enough. This used to happen way more often back in the days when you were playing. You'd see a divisional opponent, maybe twice in a 3-week span.
Hated it.
And here's what happened. Costly fumble there by Sherman. Jammer recovering, and then on the next drive, Thomas scored on a 9-yard touchdown, and Monte Ball scored a couple of rushing touchdowns in a 27-17 victory.
Good play that last play. Mitch Unrein stopped probably a big 10-yard gain by beating Stevenson.
2nd and 8. And in stride, it's Charles. And very nearly had the ball stripped as Webster was in on him, but he holds on for 15.
Yeah, this defense, they got some speed. They'll try to do it. Watch it come out and come under. Look at that open hole. Nice play design. And I don't know if you've been there, everybody's been complaining all year. I'm one of those guys too, not exemplifying myself or exempting myself about this Chiefs offense. But the last 3 weeks, it has a different mentality, a different look. And even the Bronco coaches says, yes, they are letting it go.
And it's Charles on the short side with room and a first down. A nice block by Junior Hemingway, the wide out on that left side. That's a gain of 15 more. Back-to-back 15-yard plays by Charles. Fantasy football fans, you want a fresh start? Get involved with the player challenge, win some cash. All the rules are at cbssports.com/challenge.
Well, when you see Junior Hemingway, number 88, come in the game, you have to say, most likely going to be a run. And a lot of times they run to his side because he is an excellent blocker for a wide receiver.
Hey, he's only caught 4 balls on the season.
Well, he knows his role and does it well.
Knile Davis now in the backfield. They fake to him on 1st down. Smith now buying time and taking off, and he can do this. He's got another first down at the Denver 37. He's rushed for over 300 yards this season. This time it was McCluster who helped give him a key block.
Yeah, excellent job. This defense, we talked about it, stop the screens. Trevathan comes up and tackles Davis. But the one thing about Alex Smith, we've heard it from a couple defensive guys and coaches already, much faster than you think. And when you force him to run, he can get it done.
Yeah, he averages over 5 yards a rush. There you see it. That was good for 13.
Right there, right there.
Up the middle to Davis, and he's got a big opening and drives into the secondary before Adams is able to wrestle him down.
Just a draw play, it's called lead. In other words, the fullback, Sherman, up in the front of the running back. Watch his block, and then a beautiful block. I mean, a beautiful cut by Davis that time.
That's Davis's longest carry of the season. It went for 20.
Really nice block, too, by Schwartz, the right guard. You said it, they're in there starting today, the right guard and right tackle, because of how well they played last week.
Already with 8 first downs, having no trouble moving the football. In the red zone, once again, backed up is Jamaal Charles. Actually give him a yard. You know, on that pass by Peyton, he was trying to hit Demaryius Thomas.
Yep.
And Thomas was shaken up. Saw a brief glimpse of him on the bench, and now they're reporting that it's a shoulder and he's questionable to return.
That's a big deal.
That's big news.
Thomas, the tight end, Julius Thomas, out of today's game also.
2nd and 9. Smith wants to go for it. He's got a man, and he pulls it in, and it's Hemingway, we talked about how he's never involved in the passing game, and he has the touchdown for the Chiefs.
What a job by Alex Smith. Standing in there and waiting for the play to happen. That's a pretty good catch, too. Reached up with his hands. The bunch route. He fakes it out, just goes around. He had Nacho. Did not expect him to go down the field. Usually that inside guy hooks up all the time, about 8 to 10 yards. Not that time. Good play call.
Only his 5th reception of the year. And it goes for a score. The 7th different Chief to catch a pass in this opening quarter, and Suckup's extra point is good. Well, Kansas City marching up and down the field. They got to the 2 the first time before being picked. This time they have 6.
Build anything with the new Toyota Tundra. Toyota, let's go places.
At Kay Jewelers, we know that it's what's inside that counts, which is why in here you'll find Levion, the world's only chocolate diamond jewelry. The Open Hearts Collection by Jane Seymour. The Leo Diamond, the first diamond certified to be visibly brighter. Neil Lane Bridal, from Hollywood's premier jewelry designer. All this amazing jewelry and more in one place. Kay Jewelers, the #1 jewelry store in America.
Every kiss begins with K.
Before redeeming their Bank of America Travel Rewards points on more than just flights for their recent trip to paradise. Before they went to paradise and paid for the car rental, snorkeling, lava tour, and hula lessons. The Clarks got the Bank Americard Travel Rewards credit card, the card that allows you to redeem points on just about anything travel-related. That's the Leia of travel rewards. Apply online or visit a Bank of America near you.
Aerial coverage provided by MetLife. On a beautiful December 1st day here, hope you've had a wonderful holiday weekend for those important to you. So 7-0 here, Kansas City. And right you are, Phil. So much more innovative are the Chiefs offensively than what we saw the first half of the season.
Couple reasons why. They're getting better pass protection, too. Helps the play caller and the quarterback.
Trendon Holiday. Sherman rides him down. Alex Smith to the man they took in the 7th round a year ago out of Michigan. Hemingway with a touchdown for Kansas City.
Hey, Wayne, quick question.
Did you try restarting it?
No, not that. I was thinking about getting a tablet as a gift.
Verizon has tablets.
They got a lot of them?
Accessing brain information? Yes, they have a lot to choose from.
Did you really just...
And now you can get $100 off any tablet.
Thanks, Wayne.
Save like never before on any tablet at Verizon now. Get $100 off any tablet. Plus, trade in your old tablet for up to $150 or more. That's powerful. Verizon.
Can you move your beverage away from the keyboard? It's making me anxious.
Sure thing.
Millions of girls are told they're pretty. But not many end up becoming a model. Even fewer decide to put their face in front of someone who wants to rearrange it. And now, instead of fighting for a cover shot, I'm fighting for gold. I'm Michaela Mayer, and I'm one of a kind.
When you're merging onto US, cover your ears. You want a truck that helps keep the outside out.
Chevy Silverado delivers a quiet cabin that's second to nobody in its class. And by nobody, I mean Ram and Ford.
Put Silverado to the test. At Silverado versus all.
Just announced, GM owners use $750 in holiday cash to trade up to the Silverado All-Star V6 for a total value of $5,500. See your local Chevy dealer.
Robin Williams in the new hit comedy, The Crazy Ones, CBS Thursday, 9/8 Central.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Verizon. Holiday savings on the gifts everyone wants. And by T. Rowe Price, understanding the connections of a complex global economy. Invest with confidence.
You see Andre Caldwell, number 12, split wide to the right as Demaryius Thomas is not out there, injuring a shoulder on that first series. Here's Peyton on first down. In traffic. That pass is knocked down by Kendrick Lewis. He was going for Joel Dreesen. This Kansas City defense stepping up so far after getting scorched the last couple of weeks. DeVito, who's been out with a knee, gets the start. Zombo for Houston, who is inactive with the elbow injury, but Holly is up, even with the tender ankle. And Eric Berry. Very strong presence at strong safety. There was a holding call on that last snap against Denver.
Think about what's out of the lineup. Demaryius Thomas, Julius Thomas. That's a lot of speed that goes off the field for this Denver offense.
So the Chiefs take the penalty, and it's back at the 10-yard line, 1st and 20. And Manning with more pressure on him, able to get it away to Caldwell, and he's got a Chief defender, Derek Johnson, on him right away, holding it to a 4-yard gain.
When you talk to this Kansas City, to the team, the coaches, whatever, the crossing routes the last 2 weeks have just crushed this defense. Bob Sutton, of course, when you're a coordinator or coach and somebody makes a mental mistake, that makes you much more upset if they make a physical mistake. We'll see if they corrected it here today.
On 2nd and 16, set up a screen for Moreno. And he's got room. He's got a first down. Got blockers out in front. And all the way to midfield, Manny Ramirez and Zane Beadles running out there leading the way for 34.
You just can't get caught off guard if you're the defense against this type of thing, because probably the #1 play for the Denver Broncos is all the screens to the running backs and wide receivers. 2nd and long, 1st and long, 2nd and long, you got to expect a screen play.
Ball in the backfield, and he gets the handle. He had a couple of rush touchdowns in the first matchup against Kansas City, and he's got a gain of 5. And we have the Millers coming your way. TV's #1 new comedy Thursday after the Big Bang Theory, only CBS.
I think the Broncos want to get back to the offense they've had most of the year. That is attack. Be aggressive in the play calls.
Ball again. And Johnson in on the hit for only a yard. Peyton Manning, since coming to Denver a year ago, has not lost a division game. 9-0 inside the AFC West. 23 touchdowns and now 5 interceptions, with the one earlier today by Quentin Demps. Facing a 3rd and 4. Jacob Tammy wide to the right. With time. Ball. What a hit by Johnson. Flowers there too. The spot very close.
Derek Johnson's the free man inside. He's the rover or the rat, whatever you want to call him. That's why he was there to make the hit.
And they have moved the chains as the quarter ends. Kansas City 7-0. You're watching the NFL on CBS.
The best surprises are always hidden. The only smartphone with a rear key. LG G2. Easy volume control. Easy self-portrait. Easy control with your index finger. Learning from you. LG G2.
reached the age where you learned a thing or two. This is the age of knowing what you're made of. So why let erectile dysfunction get in your way? Talk to your doctor about Viagra. 20 million men already have. Ask your doctor if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Viagra if you take nitrates for chest pain. It may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Side effects include headache, flushing, upset stomach, and abnormal vision. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. Stop taking Viagra and call your doctor right away if you experience a sudden decrease or loss in vision or hearing. This is the age of taking action. Viagra. Talk to your doctor.
Get hungry, mates, for new butcher cuts from Outback. Hurry in. We're grilling up our special bone-in New York strip, bone-in ribeye, and pork porterhouse. All with your choice of 2 sides, starting at just $14.99. Butcher cuts for a limited time at Outback.
I'm a cheap bungee cord. This guy bought me at the gas station. I'm perfect for holding down the lid on a box of sweaters. But 800 pounds of tailgating gear? Nah. And if you have cut rate insurance, the biggest hit of the day could be to your wallet. So get an Allstate agent and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Mayhem is everywhere. Are you in good hands?
Monday. It's a word.
Cancer.
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 You don't hear very often in a TV comedy.
Mom, you want to come with us? To chemo? You betcha.
But we're going there.
Don't you dare treat me differently. Oh, here you go. What are you doing? She told us not to treat her any differently.
A new mom, CBS Monday.
And there is Jack Del Rio. 4th game as the interim coach. He was a linebacker here briefly for the Chiefs in the late 80s. Got married here in Kansas City, and actually, although he's always remembered as being a USC Trojan, he graduated from Kansas in the offseason when he was a member of the Chiefs. Here's 1st and 10 to start the 2nd quarter, and Manning going for a Decker at the 5-minute touchdown. Eric Decker. 41 yards to open the quarter.
Well, they want to get back to being aggressive. That's the team they are. Watch the play action fake. Nobody deep in the middle of the field to help Flowers against Decker. That's not a blown assignment. That's just a great job by Decker beating Brandon Flowers. He waited to the last second to get that right arm to shield or push off and got enough separation. Perfect throw by Peyton Manning.
Well, remember, they had 1st and 20 back at their own 11. The big screen play to Moreno. And then the 41-yard touchdown to Decker. That's 37 now on the year for Manning, tying his franchise mark of a year ago. And Decker hauls in his 4th score of the season to tie it at 7.
So with Chevy's Black Friday sale, the price you see is the price you pay.
Yep, best prices of the year.
Can't see.
Honey? Brad.
Yeah?
What are you doing?
It's the Chevy Black Friday sale. During the Chevy Black Friday sale, get this Malibu LS for under $20,000 or this Cruze LS for around $17,000. Hurry, the best prices of the year end Monday, December 2nd.
How can power consumption in China impact wool exports from New Zealand, textile production in Spain, and the use of medical technology in the U.S.? At T. Rowe Price, we understand the connections of a complex global economy. It's just one reason over 70% of our mutual funds beat their 10-year Lipper average. T. Rowe Price. Invest with confidence. Request a prospectus or summary prospectus with investment information, risks, fees, and expenses to read and consider carefully before investing.
Every day when I'm away, I'm thinking of you. Everyone can carry on except for we two.
Can you barbecue a turkey?
For only the 2nd time in Survivor history, someone's fate comes down to a blind draw.
White means you are going home. Black means you are safe. Everybody put out your palm and reveal.
New Survivor, CBS Wednesday.
You are watching the NFL on CBS.
Eric Decker has just broken Brandon Marshall's Denver franchise record for most touchdown catches first 4 years as a Bronco. And Peyton, again, with 37 now on the season. Knile Davis is the return man. And he decides to bring it out from 7 back. And it was a good decision. Cross the 30, and it's wide open. Can he outrace them all? He's got Carter after him, and he skips past him for the 107-yard kickoff return.
He's coming forward as he catches the football, and there's not much movement. It is the decision, determined, and the power and speed. That's why he gets by him. I thought he was going to lose his balance a little bit. But how about Davis? The speed, even though a couple guys had the angle, he still outran him to the end zone.
Just his 4th kick return of the season. For some reason, Dimps was not the deep man. Dimps, who had a big return game last week. Suck up with the extra point. It's officially 108 yards. It's the longest play in Chiefs history.
This handle's really nice.
Yep. It's a great ride and it has great gas mileage.
Beats choosing a great ride or a great gas mileage.
It'd be like using nuts or bolts. Wonder what these nuts are for. I like and better.
Only Ford gives you EcoBoost fuel economy and a whole lot more. Now here's another great and. A new Ford Fusion for just $199 a month. Only at your local Ford dealer. Go further.
Honestly, no way did I think a tablet was going to be a good deal. You're talking to the guy who hasn't approved a new stapler purchase in 3 years. But then I saw the new Windows tablets with a real keyboard, USB port, and full office. It's a tablet that works for work. Plus, it's got apps and games for after hours, of course. Compared to an iPad, way more value. These tablets are such a steal, I couldn't find a reason not to buy them.
Last play of the game, folks. Manning throws. Touchdown.
Hey, Peyton, what are you doing?
Tossing the dough. Just like you said. You want to throw one?
For just $11, get Papa John's new Chipotle chicken and bacon pizza. That's right, only $11 for a large. Plus, try our new mega chocolate chip cookie, just $5.
Nice, smooth. Peyton?
I'm good.
New tonight.
Would you like to go to a party?
Celebrate the best drama on television.
This is terrific.
With an evening.
The top drug dealer in Chicago.
Is that who I think it was?
Yes, just keep moving.
Full of surprises.
You really should think about drinking less.
Maybe you should drink a little more, and that might kill that bug up your...
Oh, God.
A new Good Wife CBS tonight.
A rookie from Arkansas, drafted in the 3rd round. Electrifying 108 yards against a Denver team that doesn't have to really cover that many kicks.
Right.
Because Prater, plus you factor in the rarefied air of Denver, had only had 20 kicks returned this year out of 80. And now back deep. It's not Holiday. He was shaken up earlier. It's Caldwell for the Broncos. And Caldwell is twisted down by Hemingway at the 21.
I think what really makes it work is just the determination and just no movement, just little weaves, and just runs through 2 tackles because he was not trying to slow down and pick his way.
Boy, outraced Bruton, and then Carter tried to get the angle, and he just blew by them all. And look at Alex Smith, ball in hand.
Yeah, Andy.
Demaryius Thomas is on the field, on the near side. In fact, as that ball was being run back for the touchdown, he was emerging from the locker room and onto the field. Moreno. plows ahead for 3.
You know, I want to talk about this Denver offense a little here today. First off, Peyton Manning has a glove only on his right hand, and he said he was probably going to go with it. Those are fitted gloves because he threw with it during the week, and even in that cold weather in New England, he was really happy with the way it felt. So he figures he might have to use it for the rest of the year. Likes to break him in for 2 or 3 days during practice. Save him for the game. 2nd and 7. Moreno again. And he somersaults for no gain. It's Derek Johnson is in on a lot of plays at the start of this game. But I think the big thing is when you look at last week's game, yes, they ran the football. Absolutely. They ran it great against New England, but it took the rhythm away from the offense. It took it away from Peyton Manning, and the wide receivers did not get involved. So today, good effort, conscious effort to get some of these guys off to a quick start. And I mentioned Derek Johnson. We met with him yesterday. He says you got to have a short-term memory in this league. After their loss to San Diego, felt good about their chances rebounding today. 3rd and 7. Ball lofted to the sideline and intercepted. Manning picked for a 2nd time, and this time it's Cooper. Marcus Cooper still on his feet. And finally meets 2 Broncos at the 21, including Orlando Franklin. Well, they tried to pick on Cooper the last couple times, or the last couple games, and Denver did in Denver. They switch it. They're trying to go up the sideline. It's just not a good throw by Peyton Manning. The football hangs. It's way underthrown. And Marcus Cooper ready to protect deep down the field. Oh, not a nice job. Looks in the backfield, sees it, and the first one to react to the football. Manning with 2 interceptions. Just 15, make it 17 minutes into this game, and Cooper, the rookie out of Rutgers, has his 3rd interception of the season. And the Chiefs take over at the 22 of Denver. Fake to Charles, looking down the middle. Now a 2nd option, McGrath. And it's over his head. He had Harris on him. Trying to throw it down the middle that time to Anthony Fasano for the touchdown, but a really good no throw by Alex Smith. Pulls off of it and gives his tight end a chance, or the wide receiver on the other side of the field. Fasano wide right. McCluster in a slot to the right, as well as Hemingway. 2nd and 10. Looking for Bowe, then settles on Charles. They get Hemingway. They announce McCluster here, but it's Hemingway, and he's got 9. When in doubt, double 58. That's what they did. That's why Alex Smith had some extra time to throw the football. You can't do it every play, but when you get a chance, the most dangerous person on Denver's defense, without question, is Von Miller. Hurry to the line. Got to get about a foot for the first. 3rd down. They run it. Charles easily has the first. They push that line back. They dominated on that matchup and pick up 5. Good play call that time. They had all the meat in the middle, the 3 big guys. So they kind of go off tackle, watch the pull, the kick out, and follow the big guy. That's what he does. That's why he gets the first down. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8. Some bad drawing by me on that last play. Send you back to artistry school. Well, it's a big game, so I'm getting off to a slow start. Smith, end zone, and it is caught for the touchdown. Dwayne Bowe, but there is a flag. They went to Bowe a week ago in the red zone, and it worked. He out-wrestled a defender last week and this week.
Illegal formation, offense. Number 74 reported as an eligible receiver, but was covered by the wide receiver. 5-yard penalty, first down. Take it off the board. Jeff Schwartz, they got him on what sounds like a technicality, but he had reported, but then had a receiver in a wrong formation with him.
74, here he is. So he's eligible on the line of scrimmage. On the line of scrimmage, that is illegal. So that is the wide receiver, the quarterback, wide receiver. That's who you got to go to. You can't blame him. I promise you, I think Jeff Schwartz lined up in the right spot.
First and goal at the 13. Charles. They had hold of him right away. Mitch Unrein, who started today for Kevin Vickerson, who had to go down on IR because of a hip injury. That was a big loss for them. And then on top of it, Derek Wolf, I mentioned it earlier, on the way to the airport on Friday, just seizure-like symptoms, and rushed to a Denver hospital, where I understand John Fox visited him earlier today.
He did. Glad to hear he's doing better. And the good thing, Denver does have a lot of depth at defensive line.
Second and goal from the 12. Smith, end zone bound, and what a catch! It's Fasano with the touchdown. Fasano stuck up that left hand, got a paw on it, and pulled it in for the score.
Left side goes right down the middle. Again, good protection, perfect trajectory on the throw. 4 weeks ago, you saw none of this. They did not make the tough catches, this Kansas City offense, but they're getting used to it, the practice, the throwing into games, and now they're making contested and some excellent catches when the chances come. The only way you can get better, Jim, is to try it in the game, and they've been throwing it in the game more, and the players are starting to get good at it.
Suckup makes it 21-7. 2 touchdowns off Denver giveaways, the Cooper interception, and Fasano with a touchdown for the 3rd straight game.
It was the mom with the son with big brains galore. So off she dashed to the Best Buy Windows store.
A laptop with new windows.
At a great price for your kid. Now he can get a job and move out. Heaven forbid.
Save on great gifts like this Asus touchscreen laptop. Best Buy.
What's up with the kittens?
They're super soft. Yeah, but why don't you just wear a Hanes Comfort Blend shirt? It's just as soft as those kittens.
Why don't we ask Michael Jordan what he thinks?
Dude, Comfort Blend t-shirts and underwear, our softest ever.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by the new film Anchorman 2. This Christmas, this film is not yet rated. Wells Fargo, wishing you a magical holiday. And by Ford. Only Ford gives you EcoBoost fuel economy and a whole lot more.
We've had 28 points scored in the last 6 minutes and 44 seconds. 21 of them by the Chiefs. Suck up. Short kick to the 3 to Caldwell, who had not returned a kick before today since 2010 when he was a member.
Well, you know, Jim, think
of the
about
Bengals.
Sorry about that, but think about this Denver team. They played at home 2 weeks ago, emotional game against this Kansas City Chiefs. Night game, they traveled to New England, goes into overtime, and now you got to find a way to get that energy for the 3rd straight week to compete against this crowd and a team that we can see that is really fired up. The tackle on the kick was made by Junior Hemingway, who's had 2 tackles
plus the game's first touchdown on a pass from Alex Smith. Moreno behind Manning. Gets the carry. And he's got room to operate. He's got a gain of 13.
Well, that time it was a pass defense, everybody back, so Peyton Manning checks to the right play. That left side, Zane Beadles and Manny Ramirez, the center, the double team. This whole offensive line, when they put two guys on one, they can drive them down the field, and the runner can pick up big yards.
Moreno again. And he is crumbled after a gain of 2. Tamba Hali along with Derek Johnson. Thursday on CBS Elementary. Discover a new episode Thursday at 10/9 Central. Only CBS. Look at Moreno all taped up. Well, that's Manning. Actually, Manning with the ankle issues, of course, of his own as he comes over to Virgil Green. What a tackle that time by Dimps. But I want to get back to Moreno. This was something all week long they wondered on the Denver side. Would they have him? Because he had 37 carries, 224 against New England. Left on crutches in a boot early week. And he's been really kind of the unsung hero for them this year.
Oh, he definitely has. From the start of the year, been determined. Peyton Manning says, I love the guy. His passion to play and knowing his job, he does both very well.
3rd and 6. Pass should have been caught. It was Thomas. Had his hands on it. But Peyton is seeing more pressure than he did 2 weeks ago by far.
Comes from the outside, but he has plenty of time to make this throw. It's the coverage down the field was very good. Sean Smith put it in a position where Peyton Manning's got to throw a perfect pass to get this completion.
First punt of the game coming up by Britton Colquitt, whose brother Dustin punts for the Kansas City Chiefs. Britton here, the younger brother of the two by almost 3 years. Lofts one way up in the air. McCluster. Why does he field it at the 3?
See it every week.
Why do you do that? Immediately knocked down by Omar Bolden, who had it covered up. 54-yard punt. Chiefs are fortunate that this didn't lead to a fumble.
Welcome to 24-hour news.
You guys may have been hot stuff in San Diego. This is the big leagues. What's he doing?
I think you scared him.
Welcome to the station. Just wondering what time you feed that mustache. Maybe I'll feed it a ham sandwich. Hey, don't make jokes off my jokes!
If you touch Ron, I will burn your face with a curling iron.
Meow. Rick, can you hear me?
I can't hear you!
You're answering, so I think you can hear me.
No, I can't!
Anchorman 2, the legend continues.
All right, let's say you're undecided about which truck to buy. Just for kicks, here's a little research project. Pick a work site, any work site, and look over the fence. Ta-da! Your next truck. Ford F-150. The truck that's #1 in the hardest working industries. Maybe because it's got the power and the fuel economy of an EcoBoost engine. It doesn't matter what they're doing on the other side of that fence. More guys count on F-150 than any other truck. Shovels down. This is the Ford F-150.
It's the Black Friday weekend event at Walmart. Rayovac AA batteries, a 40-pack is just $7. Keurig K40 Elite Brewing System on rollback, $98. And you get a $20 gift card. It's the Black Friday weekend event going on right now at your local Walmart.
We gather here every year to celebrate the anniversary of Stella Artois.
We make the most popular mall Santa in Pittsburgh. We make thousands of things that are more than just things. NFLshop.com.
He killed the man who murdered his family.
It's over.
Now the hunt for Patrick Jane begins.
I am done with that life.
A new Mentalist CBS tonight.
Well, the Chiefs are backed up. You look at McCluster, and you said you see it every week.
Oh, it's an epidemic in the league. I don't know why. The rule, used the unwritten rule, 5-yard line, let it bounce. It's going to go in the end zone. That was inside the 5-yard line.
From the 3. Safe pass. Sherman incomplete. Incomplete. We've got an update. Let's send it back to New York to you, James Brown.
Phillip Rivers continuing his hot play.
Tied this ball game up. JB watched the play fake. 30-yard touchdown pass to Ladarius Green. Knotted up 7-7.
9:04 left in the first half. Back to Jim Nance. Phil Simms.
All righty. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Shannon. And he can run that Ladarius Green, kind of like Shannon Sharp used to. He had a 60-yard touchdown score in the game here last week. Second-year man out of Louisiana Lafayette. 2nd and 10 for the Chiefs. And tumbling ahead for 2 is Jamaal Charles.
Well, the Chiefs, one thing they are doing now is catching the contested throws. How about that catch by Hemingway? This didn't count, but still reaches back, Dwayne Bowe, and gets it. And then the one-handed catch by Fasano. So what a difference. Play calling, the performance of the throwing and catching by the Chiefs. It's the difference we've seen in this team the last 3 weeks.
Kind of a big third down here for this Denver defense. They're down 2 scores. Over to Fasano. Race for the first down yardage. And the spot is short by a yard.
It's a pretty big play, so if it looks like it's close, this is one of those situations where if you're Andy Reid, maybe you challenge. Foot's not out of bounds. And I wouldn't challenge. But Andy Reid's thinking about it.
And he grabs hold of it. And with a Bronco defender injured, David Bruton, Reid may get another look at a replay or 2.
This is nice.
I know. Great gas mileage, and it's fun to drive.
Well, you know that beats great gas mileage or being fun to drive.
Yeah, it'd be like somebody being loud or clear.
We need to slap the slippery fish right in the gill hole. Happy time feedback, frog face, cement landing.
That's weird. I like and better.
Yeah.
And is better. The 2014 Edge. Only Ford gives you EcoBoost fuel economy and a whole lot more. Go further.
Hi, honey. Did you get the toaster cozy?
Yep, got all the cozies.
With new FedEx One rate, I could fill a box and ship it for one flat rate. So I knit until it was full.
Be crazy not to.
Is that Nana?
FedEx One rate. Simple flat rate shipping with the reliability of FedEx.
Ow.
So you think Santa will like these red and green M&Ms?
I don't know. I never met the guy. He does exist.
They do exist. Santa?
NFL on CBS is sponsored by Applebee's. See you tomorrow for a new spirited cuisine. And by Bose, the official home audio sponsor of the NFL.
Andy Reid was looking at the big board, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah, he kept looking. He wanted a reason to challenge this call, but it has to be clear. And when you look at it, the evidence, you've got to get to the 13. It's truly the 13. Puts in, crosses the 12. That football is out of bounds before the 13-yard line. And it's out about there, so it's short.
And that's where Bruton got shaken up. And Reid was eyeing it, and he elects to go ahead and punt and not waste a challenge here. He's not going to win that one. Colquitt Dustin Colquitt to Wes Welker. I mentioned Holiday was bruised up earlier in this game, shoulder questionable. And of course, Welker had that mishap in overtime at New England. Backs up the field this one. And he is covered up right away. And again, it's Hemingway with his third special teams tackle. 58-yard beauty by Dustin Colquitt. Well, next Saturday is the SEC Championship on CBS. Missouri and Auburn. Vern Lundquist, Gary Danielson, Tracy Wolfson, and our great team. What a job they did yesterday covering Auburn, Alabama. Also Utah State, Fresno State next Saturday night for the Mountain West Championship. Just an incredible, one of the all-time epic finishes. Yesterday they had it. Covered it beautifully. And here with a 1st and 10 is Manning. As Moreno is knocked back for a loss of 2.
They might put Eric Berry at linebacker the way he's playing so far today. Look at those possessions by the Denver Broncos.
That game last night was so good you couldn't even watch any more college football. You said it took all the fun out of the rest of the night.
I swear it did. I said, oh, I've had it. That game just emotionally, everything about it, it was so spectacular. Nothing could follow it up, that was for sure.
But SEC title game next week. 2nd and 12. As Manning has Decker, who makes a little spin hook move to pick up the first before Cooper drops him, gain of 13.
Well, they've been wanting to get Eric Decker started again, and when you stack receivers, this is what can happen. You lose sight of who's behind you. That time Kendrick Lewis jumped the short route. Peyton Manning took Decker on the curl.
Finds Poe plugging that hole after a gain of 2.
Well, the difference in some teams when they play Denver, you don't have a guy like 92, Dontario Poe, to stop runs. Gets off the block, even though it's purely a pass defense, not enough guys up there to stop the run sometimes. But Poe, Derek Johnson, and Eric Berry cover up for the lack of people up there.
2nd and 8 inside 6 minutes first half. Manning open, Decker. And again, Decker aware of where he needs to go for that first. He tried to get there, stopped about a foot short. Third and a foot. It's ball, first down, and the rookie from Wisconsin takes it to the Kansas City 45. Monte Ball, he's had issues holding on to the football after coughing it up only twice in his entire decorated career for the Badgers, where he scored 83 touchdowns, had a crucial fumble in the second half at New England last week.
Yeah, I think they're still mad about that play. Maybe not the fumble that they called it, the screenplay just wasn't aggressive enough.
They fake to him. And he's got Decker again down the field at the 10 and down to the 2. We got a flag back at the 35.
Looked like a double move that time by Eric Decker.
Prior to the pass, holding, defense number 35. Penalties decline. First down.
Called on Demps. The play stands. Gain of 42.
Well, this is always what you have to look for when you're playing Peyton Manning. If you get too close on certain coverages, they're going to come up with a double move. And that time, Decker just wanted the line of scrimmage. He was stronger than Cooper, got by him in that little weave, gave him more separation.
Decker with a 41-yard touchdown and a 42-yard reception that sets up first and goal at the 3. Manning is looking in Decker's direction again. No flag. Got tripped up with Cooper. Decker and Cooper.
Let's be an alert. It is tough to play defense. Nice fake inside. That's where you run a lot of short routes on the goal line. And Cooper gets away with a hold.
Now, Ball scored 2 touchdowns in situations like this against Kansas City 2 weeks ago. He's the running back.
They're going to check out. It looks like a blitz, so Peyton Manning was probably going to call a pick. Let's see if Kansas City changed the defense.
On 2nd and goal. Looking, back of the end zone, and just throws it away. Welker was in the back of the end zone.
That is some coverage. That is 3 one-on-ones. That is tough to do. They have so many different routes. Welker goes to the back, but what's the first 2? Defense stays with the call the whole time. Nobody got open.
Now it's Moreno at running back. Flanking Peyton on 3rd and goal. Moreno is the target. He's got it, and he is across for the touchdown.
Well, they just couldn't get out there to cover him. They're not fooled. Watch the coverage coming from the inside. Oh, they get hit. Nobody gets out there. They try to pass it off.
Sean Smith was the defender over on that side, but Moreno makes it to the end zone for the score, and Peyton now establishing a new Denver standard. Touchdown passes in a season. His 38th. Prater good on the extra point. All set up by the long throw down the field to Decker. It ends on 3rd and goal with Manning to Moreno, and the Chiefs lead is trimmed to 7.
Objective of this mission is to capture Ahmad Shah,
Senior Taliban commander. We're going in with Axelson, myself, Dietz, Marcus. You see this? It's about more than 10 guys. That's an army. We're fixing to get into a pretty good gunfight. Do it. Let's move! Let's really move! Let's go! They shot me. We're all shot, bro. Can you fight?
I can fight. I can fight! Lone Survivor. Rated R.
Hello, Domino's. Can I take your order? Was that Terry or Mary? Let's be honest. Ordering Domino's over the phone isn't always that great. Gary. Oh, I was way off. Can I put you on hold for 1 second? Hey, I'm back. No one's on this line.
But the new Domino's.com is easier than ever. Now you can save your favorite order, all your info, and then reorder in as little as 30 seconds. Way faster than calling the store.
Hello, are you in a tunnel? Am I in a tunnel? No.
Order 2 medium 2-topping pizzas for just $5.99 each at Domino's.com and see how fast it really is.
What's an energy company doing in here? A lot more than just powering the equipment. Today, almost everything in here is made from oil and natural gas. Plastics the scientists of ExxonMobil helped engineer to make stronger and thinner. Is an energy company even supposed to be in here? Ask your doctor. Energy lives here.
Tonight, 60 Minutes, Jeff Bezos of Amazon has changed the way America shops, but his new plan is to deliver items to you as straight out of a science fiction movie. Look into the future. 60 Minutes tonight. Jeff Bezos of Amazon. Moreno now with 11 touchdowns on the year, 9 on the ground. That's his 2nd catch for a score. And Peyton up to 182 yards in this first half. 2 touches, 2 picks. And it's Davis who ran the last one back from 108. And he's 8 deep this time. Nothing doing. He's dragged down by Jacob Tammy. By the way, during the national anthem, you talked about the intensity of Moreno, and Peyton talked to us about it. Mike Arnold, our director, Lance Barrow, producer, happened to catch this just as the anthem ended with Moreno on the Denver sideline.
1st and 10 Kansas City from the Chiefs' 14-yard line.
Well, it's a big game, emotional. Big game by Moreno last week, and You're not sure if he's going to get a chance to play here today, and he showed his determination on that catch and scoring on that last drive by the Broncos.
Through the lens of Mike Agard, capturing that 1st and 10 as Charles meets Woodyard at the 19.
Jamaal Charles on the carry.
It's offensive line for the Kansas City Chiefs. They look aggressive. I know they're a little depleted on the defensive side for Denver, but Jamaal Charles, not pitter-patting with those feet, taking it hard up into that line of scrimmage and getting those extra yards. Big drive, I think, for this Kansas City offense right here. Find a way to get some first downs, and if nothing else, take away the opportunity for Peyton Manning to drive down and score again.
Each team fully loaded with timeouts, and now the first one's used by the Chiefs. The 2nd and 4 coming up out of the break. And Kansas City leading at 21-14.
Here's another one.
There we go.
That was great.
All over the world, families are building a moment together, one Lego brick at a time. Start your moment at buildtogether.com.
Again, we're back with the AFC West lead on the line. A pair of 9-2 teams. 2nd and 4 for the Chiefs. Ball is on the ground. Fasano tried to dive on it. It was Charles who coughed it up. Phillips stripped it. Stays with Kansas City. And the big tight end was able to wrestle it away. Fasano.
3rd down and 5 from the Kansas City 19-yard line.
Oh, he hit his own guy. I was trying to see who stripped it out as he was falling. He hit the back leg.
Hey, Phillips in the area.
Stevenson, yes.
Yep.
That's what's called fumble.
Sets up a 3rd and 5. Pressure on Smith. Rolls away from it, and now still able to wiggle free, and he is tackled for no gain. Trevathan finally finishes it off.
A lot of speed on Denver's defense.
Von Miller on the ground.
They got 4 receivers to the right of Alex Smith. Nobody is open. Good job escaping trouble, but everybody on the defense keeps hustling, and they stop him short of the first down.
See what happens here to Von Miller. He might have gotten tangled with one of his own teammates as he ducks under Phillips, does Smith. Yeah, there was a collision here. Terrence Knighton, his teammate, on him, and now Miller is able to jog off the field. A far quieter first half than the first half Miller had last week at New England.
Yeah, no question. Good job of pass blocking so far for this Kansas City offensive line, but that was excellent. That formation, those are so hard to cover when you're playing that man-to-man. Everybody bunched together, and Denver sorted it out and got it done.
And Kansas City is going to let this run all the way down to the 2-minute warning, but Denver will be getting the punt and have all 3 timeouts left. 2 straight 3-and-outs by the Chiefs.
That's for Heidi?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
She's going to love it. Right?
No.
She will not.
4 words. He went to Jared.
Jared.
Jared. Trust us.
Now step away from the jersey and nobody gets hurt.
Jared, the Galleria of Jewelry, has a selection larger than ordinary jewelry stores, including unique styles you won't find anywhere else. The perfect gift.
I love it.
From an almost perfect guy. That's why he went to Jared.
It's back! Applebee's Spirited Cuisine, crafted with a touch of tequila, wine, and whiskey by our highly skilled show-offs. I mean, chefs. Are you really gonna do this every time? New Marsala mushroom sirloin and chicken and shrimp tequila tango, starting at $9.99. 2 new reasons to see you tomorrow.
This handle's really nice.
Yep. It's a great ride and has great gas mileage.
Oh, beats choosing a great ride or a great gas mileage.
Yeah, it'd be like using nuts or bolts. Wonder what these nuts are for. I like and better.
And is better. The 2014 Ford Fusion. Only Ford gives you EcoBoost fuel economy and a whole lot more. Go further.
Feel the beat of the NFL with the Bose Cinemate 1SR. One speaker under your TV and a wireless bass module give you powerful sound that makes game day even better. Bose, game-changing sound.
Bose, official home audio sponsor of the NFL, takes you inside the game with sounds of the NFL. Feel the beat of the NFL with Bose Sound. Discover how at Bose.com. Bose, game-changing sound.
This is the most valuable piece of technology ever created.
It's got satellite infrared.
We connected a human to the information grid. You put a computer in his head.
I'm in the database.
Where'd you learn Mandarin?
I didn't. I got an app for that.
We're coming out of the 2-minute warning with Colquitt, Dustin Colquitt that would be. About to punt it to Welker, stands back at his own 32. Chiefs had 11 first downs the first couple of possessions, but a couple of straight 3-and-outs, and that one's off the side of the foot, picked up on the hop by Welker, who dives down at the 40, and this is precisely the situation that you drew up at the start of the game when Denver decided to defer, try to get the ball at the end of the first half and receive the second half kickoff.
Well, you can understand why you like your chances when you have Peyton Manning on the offensive side, but I think what we've seen here so far today, both offenses being very aggressive, looking for opportunities to throw the football down the field. You know, Peyton's not trying to really get into the perfect plays all the time. He's looking for ways to get double moves or a defense so he can throw it over the top.
Manning with first down, and it was almost a second interception for Cooper. It was over his head too. The Verizon halftime report is coming up shortly with JB, Dan, Shannon, Boomer, and Coach Cowher. All the scores and highlights. That Cincinnati-San Diego game going on right now. They'll update us on that and all the other action here on a very busy Week 13. 2nd and 10. Manning, that one didn't come out of the hand cleanly as he had Chiefs in the area when he released it.
Yeah, it definitely came out the side of his hand. I think what happened, he got his body going down the middle, expecting to throw the under route. But they do it so much. Yep, just doesn't come out clean. Maybe that's a good thing because the coverage was excellent.
Well, they have the all-time record when it comes to a stadium metered decibel reading of 137.5. That happened a few weeks back. Here's a 3rd and 10. And again, the pressure forces the incompletion. Pass intended for Welker. Just when you thought the Broncos might be ready to do something before the end of the half, they have their own 3-and-out.
They just get a little bit of a push, and they look again. Manning off balance. Dontari Poe, great against the run, can push the pocket too. Good athlete who's big and having an outstanding day so far.
Britton Colquitt now. The brothers out of Knoxville, Tennessee, and the University of Tennessee. This one comes up outside the 20, where McCluster makes the fair catch. 38-yard boot. And there are the guys back in the studio in New York, getting set to update you with all the scores and highlights.
A lot of good-looking suits there, isn't it?
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's a lot of money. Well, they probably get them free, though. You know, when you're a star, you get stuff for free.
Don't you see the wardrobe credits at the end of the day?
I don't read
Your name's not on there. Mine's not on there. But theirs, rightfully so.
Last 2 drives, 2 3-and-outs. This is a gift for the Chiefs. They still have 2 timeouts.
With 1:28 and those 2 timeouts, we'll go shotgun.
It's a gift because they didn't expect to get it.
That's right. Von Miller is back out there after being shaken up. And there was pressure that forced the pick. It's Trevathan with the interception, and a flag is down. Von Miller was the one who was in on Smith.
Prior to the pass, holding defense number 25. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
That's why it was intercepted. The inside receiver trying to break out. Chris Harris always has to play the slot guy. Tough position to play. 25, here it is. Dwayne Bowe is going to break out.
And how about Miller after just a few minutes ago? Slow to get up. He was close to getting to Smith. But the penalty brings it out to the 27 and a first down. Smith's got all kinds of room. Got the first down. Across the 40, the 50. And sidesteps out of bounds at the 47 of Denver. That's good for 26.
You know your protection is good when you look down the field and nobody's open. And he backtracks a little. I love this. Back up a little. Now he sees the running lane. And Danny Trevathan, fast linebacker, trust me, not able to track him down.
And that's the longest play of the game for the Chiefs from scrimmage. 26 yards. Smith sets them up at the Denver 47, steps out of bounds, so the clock stopped at 1:12. And again, 2 timeouts. Fake to Charles. And now a throwaway. Trevathan was the one who helped force the throw away by Smith, and now a flag comes out. They're going to get him for
why?
Intentional grounding. Offense number 11 didn't get out of the pocket.
Do you think he was out of the pocket?
In the vicinity.
Well, I thought he was. It's a little bit of a bootleg. Here's the pocket line. The right side, the right tackle. And he's definitely outside of it.
Yeah, he's out of the box. He's out of the inside the hash marks, but it
was close.
Close and backed up to the 43 and a loss of down.
So if you're Terry McCauley, you're back there. You can tell he's behind the center, not a lot of movement. That's why he calls it.
Second and 20. Pick up the blitz. Got an open man, the fullback Sherman. And tripped up in the open field by Harris.
It's pass protection now. I know that Von Miller hit him on the first play, but overall it's outstanding. They're blitzing. They're trying some different blitzes, and they are picking them up and giving Alex Smith time.
And now the Chiefs call timeout at 45 seconds.
Just watch it. Who comes on the blitz? Here we go. Trying to cross it up. I missed the drawing, but he had extra time to find Sherman out in the flat.
Chiefs down the 1 timeout. 3rd and 12 coming up. They had about another 20 seconds on the play clock. The thing you got to be careful of here is if you throw an incompletion, You got Denver getting the football back on a punt and still with 3 timeouts to go.
Yeah, but they're going to be backed up and not a lot of time left. I wouldn't be.
You never know. Touchback,
yeah,
you know.
No, I understand.
Get Peyton, say, 30 seconds and 3 timeouts from his own 20.
History tells us always be careful in those kind of statements, but 3rd and 12 here. You try to pick this first down up. And if it's incomplete, don't worry about the clock.
Diving catch, McCluster. And he got to his feet because he had not been touched, but then quickly put back down by Bailey. 2-yard gain, and there's a timeout called by Denver. Denver with 35 seconds.
Well, it ate up a little of that time, Jim, and also it made the Denver Broncos use 1 timeout to make it a little tougher on Peyton Manning if they do want to try and be aggressive and get in position for a field goal. So the one thing, this Denver Broncos defense now, these last 3 series, got a pretty good view up here right at the 50-yard line. They are not getting open down the field. The defensive backs have played very well since those first couple drives where they couldn't cover them.
So Dustin Colquitt will try to be careful here because at Denver in the matchup, he had 3 punts that ended up going into the end zone for touchbacks. And that's not what they want here with 35 seconds. Set up time for Peyton with 2 timeouts to do something. Good hang time. Bounces at the 11.
It's a really good kick, but don't touch it. Let it hit the ground and roll around. Just
take more time.
Always know the situation. I know it's being a little petty, but again, this is not a normal offense we're looking at when you see the Denver Broncos.
So the ball will be at the 12-yard line with 25 seconds. Two backs, 3 wides. Running play with Ball.
That's what you expect them. Draw a screen. They hope to get a big gain. Doesn't happen. You get the football to start the second half. So don't even risk it and take a chance.
Exciting first half here. That included a couple of Manning touchdown passes. 108-yard kickoff return for a touchdown by Knile Davis of the Chiefs. The Chiefs lead it by 7. Halftime at Arrowhead with the score Kansas City 21 and Denver 14. We'll be back with the Verizon halftime report after this message and a word from your local station. You're watching the NFL on CBS.